Dragon's Dogma 2 and Kunitsu Gami, which is a new IP. Looks gorgeous though. Kunitsu Gami was in the Xbox like partner showcase a couple days ago.
We will beat this together.
And looking a lot more, I think, colorful. Sticks out a lot more.
Find Lewis. Fetch me the amber.
You should have known by now, Whistler. I don't always play by your rules.
There we go. Change the game. And then Capcom's doing a second stream on March 11th. That is for Exoprimal, Monster Hunter Now, Monster Hunter Stories, and Street Fighter 6. I imagine with Street Fighter 6, they're gonna show off
Like I told you.
next like crossover for costume stuff. That's all I imagine. I don't think it's time for Akuma yet. Akuma will be saved for a random Thursday afternoon.
A Capcom ID account is required to play Resident Evil RE-Verse, Exoprimal, and to use the online features of Street Fighter 6. You can also use this account with other Capcom services and campaigns.
But yeah, I've been waiting to
such as a
stream
survey
7 Rebirth
about
for a
today's
bit,
program.
as I'm really enjoying it. And I've been waiting for a
And we're planning
good
to expand
awake
the
day, and
services
today is a
that
good
use
awake
Capcom
day.
ID in the future. Register now for Capcom ID.
As
It's
opposed
the
to
Capcom Publisher Sale.
yesterday. Yesterday sucked. I hardly
Dragon's
slept
Dogma
well
2
yesterday.
releases this month. Pick up the original Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen, and many others on sale now.
It was actually a really bad sleep day.
Check out popular titles like Resident
And I had to
Evil
take, like,
4, Street
2
Fighter 6,
naps, I
and
think
games in the
3
Monster
yesterday.
Hunter series, which is celebrating its 20th anniversary.
But today
Don't
was
miss
a lot
these
better.
deals.
And I think I know why, so hopefully I can keep it
Publisher
up.
Sale is also available on Steam. Tons of hits
Might
are
be in the,
available at remarkable value in the Steam Monster Hunter 20th anniversary.
Might
pack.
have might
Don't
be
miss
starting
out.
to settle on things, so that's good. Make progress and start feeling a bit better. Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm definitely going to be interested in it. It's coming out at a good time as well. Hopefully. I'm hopeful to finish Rebirth
What is
soon,
happening, y'all?
as
Welcome
well
to
as
day one of Capcom Highlights 2024.
Persona 3.
I'm your co-host, Fighting Cowboy. I'm a content creator and variety streamer, and I've been playing Capcom games as long as I've been able to hold a controller.
Though I don't
What's
think
up,
I don't
everybody?
think
My name's
Dragon's
Joe. I'm
Dogma
one of the
1
Capcom
was,
USA community
you know,
managers.
I don't think
Super
Dragon's
excited for
Dogma is
today's
as long as
Capcom
those games for
Highlights.
main
We've got
story.
2 days of exclusive looks at some of our upcoming games.
Let me check.
Really can't wait to get into it. Cowboy, I think there's going to be some games in here that you'll be pretty excited about. I'm ready to see them. All right, well, without further ado, let's get into today's first
30 to 40 hours main story. Oh boy.
Mitsugami, Path of the Goddess.
Well, that's still a third of a. That is still 1/3 of a Persona. So. Oh man, we're getting gameplay. UI and everything. It's really damn pretty.
Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, is a single-player action game that will test your strategy skills in a Japanese-inspired setting. The game is set on a mountain covered by defilement. During the day, rescue villagers to work with you. At night, the gates to another world open, and you'll fight to protect the maiden. Repeat this day-night cycle to bring peace to the villages and purify them. Mount
I wonder if
Kafuku,
it's set
a
or if
land
it's supposed to
blessed
be
by
like
nature,
roguelike.
and the goddess who inhabits it is suddenly engulfed in a black substance. This defilement transforms the mountain.
If we're talking roguelike
It
elements,
steals masks that contain the
I'd be
goddess's
really on
powers,
board.
making them its own, and threatens the villagers. So is the protagonist of the game. So guides the maiden, Yoshiro, as they use the masks and work with the villagers to purify each village and return the mountain to peace. Now, let's take a look at some in-game footage as we go over elements of the gameplay. Torii
Man, that's
gates
gorgeous.
cover the mountain. At night, these gates connect to another world, and the Seethe emerge to steal Yoshiro's power. During the day, you must purify the defilement and guide Yoshiro to the gates so she can sever the connection to the other world. Villagers who have been purified are given powers through masks and are able to take on a variety of roles as they work with So to fight off the Seethe.
ooh,
Woodcutters excel at close quarters combat. Archers fight from a distance. Ascetics use spells to restrain the Seethe. There are many other roles. You can freely place villagers who have been assigned roles. The carpenter accompanying So can repair contraptions in villages to help fight off the Seethe more effectively.
I feel like this has to have like a roguelike loop to it by this point, right?
During the day, rescue villagers, make repairs, and strategically place villagers to fight off attacks. The game progresses in real time, and night arrives before you know it. The Seethe that emerge from the gates at night attack Yoshiro in many different forms. So gracefully fights them off with dance-like sword techniques. Join the villagers who have been assigned roles and fight off the Seethe until the sun rises. Tsuba guards contain the goddess's power and give So the ability to launch powerful attacks.
Know what this would be good for? Steam Deck.
Change villager placement and roles in real time, even at night.
That's pretty good.
What placements and roles will be most effective? Where will the villagers fight? And which enemies will So focus on? Constant changes will test your strategy and tactics. Guide Yoshiro to the Torii gates as the days and nights cycle to purify the gates and villages of defilement. A Amongst the seethe are the especially fearsome festering seethe. They pursue So and Yoshiro with powerful attacks. Working together with the villagers is the key to defeating the festering seethe. Purify the defilement covering the mountain. What is it that awaits Yoshiro where you guide her?
Yeah, I'm curious about is if
This title will be available in Japanese.
the runs
as
will
well
be
as English,
identical,
Chinese, French, and other languages.
or if there is like
We're
truly
excited to share
roguelite
this Japanese
aspects to it,
and dynamic gameplay
to like the
players around
villages,
the
for
world.
instance.
Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, launches on Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Series X, S, Windows.
There's always a hesitancy
PlayStation 5,
to
and
like say it
Steam.
outright.
Available in
Like 7 Rebirth
2024.
is an open world game, but they really kind of avoided saying that.
All right, there you go. There's a first deep dive into Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. It's coming later this year, and it looks really awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited that we finally got to see gameplay. This is something I've had my eye on, and it's really interesting seeing kind of the fusion of both strategy and action, like setting up your troops for the battle, but then also engaging in the battle and moving them as things progress. Definitely a very unique concept, and of course we got that very traditional Japanese aesthetic going on with the spirits and whatnot. So, really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, super unique, super creative game. With that said, let's get to our next title.
That's why I wanted to have
Dragon's
roguelike
Dogma
elements
2.
to it. That'll add lots of replayability. Very good press reviews earlier in the week. You like the first one, sure as hell gonna like the
Hello
second.
everyone, my name is Hideaki
it's you now,
Itsuno,
welcome.
and I'm the director of Dragon's Dogma 2, and I'm producer Yoshiaki Hirabayashi. Dragon's Dogma 2 launches on March 22nd. Today, we'd like to introduce some of the game's features. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a narrative-driven, open-world, action RPG set in an immersive
I was thinking, is this the
fantasy
first
world.
open world game
We
for
hope players
RE
feel
Engine?
like they've been reborn
I think it
in
is,
this
right?
vibrant new world. Join forces with pawns skilled with various weapons to form a party of up to 4. While this is a single-player game, forming parties will recreate the feel of being
This
on
is
an
coming out
adventure
at
with
such the
friends.
perfect time.
Players will encounter legendary monsters
I can't.
as they venture
It's
through
really
the
good.
distinct areas of the game. Some monsters fly through the air with dynamic attacks, while others are more cunning and mysterious. Some appear at night, and others are colossal in nature.
I hope
They
I can
will
fucking
create a variety
I
of
hope I can run
challenges
this
for the
game.
player. Test your decision-making ability and creativity using your vocation and the surrounding environment.
I need to look at the specs later. Pull up Steam.
Of course, you can always choose to run away. If you run somewhere occupied by other characters, you may end up naturally joining forces. But reactions will vary character to character. Some will be frightened, while others will show courage. Their relationship with you, the Arisen, will vary based on the actions you take. That, in turn, will change their relationships with each other. A variety of characters
I'm over the
await
recommended
you on your
specs, so
journey
we'll
through
see.
Dragon's Dogma 2. Over 1,000 characters inhabit the world, each with their own unique stories
It's
and
a
motivations.
Intel i7-10K.
They will
and
sometimes
a
ask for
2080.
your help, marking the beginning of
The
a
thing
new
is,
quest.
they're showing ray tracing shadows.
Quests have an array of different objectives.
I don't know
from
if I can
saving
run
people being
that.
attacked by monsters and avoiding detection as you sneak into a location, to locating and delivering valuable items.
Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well.
In some situations, combat isn't your only option. One alternative might be to make a counterfeit item and see if you can pass it off as the real thing.
Huh.
The world is a complex web of human relationships, and the player's choices have consequences. We've expanded the world of the original game to make it a denser, more elaborate experience, enabling players to fully inhabit the role of the Arisen. We have several announcements ahead of the release of the game.
Sure.
First, take a look at this video.
Oh man. You could do a 20-minute broadcast just on this, just on character creation. Oh, today.
Starting today, players can create and edit their Arisen protagonist and main pawn
get
in
it
the
done now.
Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator and storage. Of course, you'll be able to transfer the character data to the full version of the game. Up to 5 Arisen and 5 pawns can be created. This is the perfect opportunity to prepare for the adventure before the release of the game. Furthermore, we are planning to have some of the pawns created by specific players as official pawns. Players will be able to hire
Who the hell
up
is
to 2
Max
of these
gonna make?
pawns to aid them on their journey.
I
We will
recognize
have more
like 2
details
people out
about
of all those
official
people.
pawns and who they will be in the near future.
Oh, Lime's there too. Okay, 3.
Please watch for updates. Dragon's Dogma 2 is now available
That's pretty
for
cool.
pre-order. The Standard Edition and the Deluxe Edition both include pre-order bonuses. We hope you consider
Damn, I don't even know what to think about
The
build
March
yet.
22nd release date is
Shit.
right around the corner.
I
We
bet it's
here
only
on the
starting build
Dragon's
though.
Dogma 2 team are thrilled for you to experience this game. Thanks for your patience.
Sure we'll be able to change. You know, that's
There's
I
so
like
much
that.
good stuff in there, lots
I
to
like
dissect.
that
And it looks like people
creator
can go ahead and start
interaction.
creating their Arisen and their
I like
pawns with
that
the
creator
character
interaction
creator
of
template.
making
Something I'm really
preset
looking forward to. I
characters
usually spend my first hour of gameplay
more
just
than
in
like
character
what
creation,
Sega
so
has done
getting that done and ready to go is gonna be
with like
fantastic.
the
Of
like a
course, I get to
dragon
create
Ishin
my own
stuff.
official cowboy pawn, so
I think this is a
make sure to
really
keep
good
your eyes
approach.
out. It's going to be the best tank in the game.
Well, we could spend all day talking about the details, but we've actually got a special guest joining us. It's the director of the game, Itsuno-san. Hello, Itsuno-san. Thank you so much for joining us.
はい、
Welcome
こんにち
to
は。カプコンの市野秀明です。今日はよろしくお願いします。
So we're very excited to talk to you about Dragon's Dogma 2 today. We also had the announcement of the official pawns, which is something I'm very excited to be a part of. And pawns are something that are very unique to Dragon's Dogma. So talking about pawns in general, how have they evolved in Dragon's Dogma 2? What can you tell us about them?
Please do. I
前
don't know
回と比べ
anything.
てポーンすごくなんていうのかな、賢くなっているというよりかはより個性的になっています。よりプレイヤーが育てたメインポーンの、知識とか、一緒にメインポーンと行動した内容とかが、貸し出した先でもより忠実に、その経験を、他のプレイヤーに伝えたりとかすることができるようになっています。あと今回スペシャリティっていう、ポーンそれぞれの特別な能力っていうのがあるんですけども、これはポーン1人につき1個だけ習得することができるんですけども、これがちょっと
That one
新
was
しくて
offering to buy.
面白くて、主に
I'm trying
プレイ
to
ヤー
read
が
the text at the same
めんどく
time
せ
as
え
reading
な
the
こ
caption.
れ誰かに代わりにやってくんねえかなっていうことをポーンがやってくれるような特殊能力になってるので、これをどの能力をポーンにつけるか、もしくはどの能力のついてるポーンを借りるかっていうところもすごく、今回面白いかなと思ってます。
Definitely looking forward to that customization. So you've shown off a lot of monsters so far, but thinking about everything you've been able to share, is there one that's really a standout that you can't wait to see players get the chance to go up against?
スフィンクスですね。
Yeah.
まず見つけるとこから大変だとは思うんですけども、ゲームプレイ始めたらそういえばスフィンクスっていう話あったなと思いながら、フィールドを冒険してもらえると出会えるかもしれないんで、ぜひスフィンクスと戦ってもらいたいなと、まず喋ってもらいたいなと思います。
I hope you get to
Sounds like
speak
we're
with
gonna
the
have to hunt down that
Sphinx.
Sphinx.
Thank
So,
you,
a little bit of a fun
Itsuno-san.
question before we move towards the end here. What would you say is your favorite vocation that you had the chance to play so far?
最近やってるのはソーサラーなんですけども、この前新しく紹介したジョブの、アリズンその アリズンっていうジョブの中でソーサラーの武器を装備させて近接攻撃系のジョブとソーサラーを混ぜて、戦うっていうのが最終的には楽しかったので、それをお勧めしたいと思います。
Well, I could honestly ask you questions all day about this game, but I know you're busy and I do want to respect
I
your
hope there's
time,
people
so
that can
thank
like
you very much for
dissect it
taking
that
the
get
time
it
to join
early
us.
because I would like to
Thank you
watch
so much, Itsuno-san, and we'll see you next
videos
time.
on builds
Thank you very much.
before going
See you
in.
next time. Bye bye.
Well, that was
Well,
it for that.
about wraps it up for day one of Capcom Highlights 2024. Cowboy, what was your favorite part?
I've been waiting 12 years for a Dragon's Dogma sequel, so as much
Holy
information as I
shit,
can
it's
get
been
about
12
that, the happier I am.
years. Oh my
Between the
God.
official pawns and the new locales we got a chance to see in the teaser, I'm pretty pumped. I will say though, Kunitsugami definitely looks like a very unique combination of action and strategy, so I'm also looking forward to that.
Fuck me.
Before we wrap up, we do want to say thank you to Itsuno-san for taking the time to speak with us today.
Hold on.
We'll be back with day 2 of Capcom Highlights on March 11th, so we hope to see you there. Thanks so much, everybody.
Okay, no wonder I was confused. I was like, Dragon's Dogma was on PS4, was it
Everyone,
not?
and welcome to the post show for Capcom Highlights
Oh, hey.
Day 1. My name's Joe. I'm one of the community managers here at Capcom USA. Also joined by David at the end over there, also from Capcom USA.
I was gonna say Dragon's Dogma was on PS4. That's 12 years ago.
Sure.
It
Well, my name
released
is
on
Mendoza.
PS3
I'm
and
a
360 as
promotion
well.
Producer for Dragon's Dogma 2, and this is
秀明いつのディレクターをドラゴンドグマ2。
Itsuno-san, Ken, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so glad
Originally
to have you here in
PS3
the
and
office.
360. Yeah,
And we're
scared
taking
the
a look at
hell out of
something
me.
Pretty cool today.
Fire
Today
Emblem
we're
Three
releasing the
Houses was
character
5
creator,
years ago.
and
That's
storage
already
tool.
a
So
lot
this
to
is,
take
something
in.
that everybody can download for themselves on any platform that they want, and they can go ahead and start creating their pawns and their Arisen for themselves. So, should we go ahead and get into it?
I think so.
Well, they didn't
And what we're
talk
gonna
about a
start
post
with
show.
is
I don't know how
we can
long
actually
this will be.
create Beastrin in this game. So we are going to
I
have
wonder
a
if
little
it's
bit of fun
live.
and create a Beastrin based off of a cat.
also might be worth noting that you can create store up to 5 characters there, so you can create several characters and choose last minute which one to load or use some that you pre-created afterwards. So.
Yeah, and we're going to show the cat on screen. That's Daisy, who we're trying to match here. She's got
Imagine if that's not what they were doing and they just wanted to put Daisy on
なんでま
screen.
たこのさ、すんげえやりにくい模様の猫をわざわざ選んでるのかと。
So Joe, why would you choose such a complicated cat out of all possible cat options that we have?
She's so cute. I mean, you can see, right?
可愛いけどね。難しい模様だもん。
You chose
I
a
think the
really
top middle
cute
one.
cat, but it's a really tough one to reproduce.
Oh, or the
Yeah, well,
middle
I think-
bottom
I
one.
think David is up to the task.
自信あるらしいので。
Okay.
And I think that we'll really be able to see the strengths of the power of the character creator. You can do so much with it.
キャラクリがいかにいろんなことができるか、多分ここで皆さんに見せできると思います。
So right now, David, you're going through the base head options, right? So this kind of like lays the groundwork for the character that you're going to create.
Essentially, yeah. It's
Well,
like,
as long as you can
kinda-
like
you can always
morph out the
affect
stuff
and
because you gotta
adjust things
thin out
as
the
you need
nose.
to, but like this kind of gives you like a base for where
But you
can
need
go
a
from.
wide
So
head.
if you want to like get the eye shape or like the way that like certain features are gonna look, you can go from there. And then like if I want to adjust to match the fur pattern, I can.
ここから柄をちょっとどこまで合わせれるか。
Yeah, and you have a lot of options with the fur.
All different types of colors.
めちゃくちゃ色多いでしょ。開発の。
I thought we would be here for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm not really sure what I just got myself
The
into.
team put some effort and then some to make sure that you had a wider range of
That's all right.
choices for the colors. So
多すぎるだろう。これぐらいいるよっていうこう言い合いが。
there was a constant back and forth. We have way too many. No, it's not even enough. No, we have too many. No, we need more.
So Itsuno-san, you're on the side of wanting as much as possible,
いつ
right?
もさんどっち側だったんですか？
僕は多すぎんじゃねえかっていう。
Nope, I was on the side on this is way too much.
デザイナーはいやこのぐらいいりますよ。
Well, the designers were like, no, this we need at least this much.
I see. Well, Beastrin in this game for the first time, so I know that was a focus for the team to be able to create Beastrin and Arisen.
But this time we put a lot of effort.
Arisen.
in this
I thought it was saying Riz.
Lion-like option that we
My
have
bad.
For the Beastrin, and I think we achieved something. I mean, look at this, all the detail on the fur. This was impossible with the hardware power that previous console generations had. So
Yeah, and you can even adjust like the length of the fur,
ね、
right?
髪の長さ、毛皮の長さもちょっと変えられるんですよね。
変えられますね。毛の量ね、ほらすごいですよね。これね。
Exactly, as you can see, you can adjust the length and the amount of fur.
Yeah, so that with introducing the Beastrin here, I mean, what were some of the overall goals with the character creation tools? Obviously, there's so many more options than there were available in the first game.
獣人、のキャラクリに取り入れて、全体的にキャラクリ自体もドラゴンソーマー1からかなりパワーアップしてると思うんですけど、どんなゴールが目的だったんですか？
デビルメイクライね5の時にフォトリアルでどんだけゲームできるかっていうのをやったんで、今回フォトリアルでなおかつキャラクリエイトもできて、しかもフォトリアルの顔ってなかなか作るの難しいんですね。やればやるほどちょっと人間っぽくなくなったりするんだけど、それもユーザーの皆さんが簡単にフォトリアルのよくできた顔ができるようなっていうその作り方もすごくこだわって作ってます。選ぶだけでたどり着くようなやり方を採用してます。
So with Devil May Cry 5, the team tried to implement photorealism into an action game to make it feel natural. And with this game, we didn't only want to go a step beyond that and just have photorealism and also allow the player to create their own character in a photorealistic way. When you try to do that, when you try to go for photorealism and then allow character creation, then when you're editing, often the character will feel unnatural, will have some weird features because you went for photorealism, but we wanted to enable that in a way that felt natural and also intuitive for the user. So that's what we aimed at creating with this character creator.
Yeah, I think personally for myself, anytime I try to make a cool looking character in a game, I'm not very good with the tools. So I usually create something and then I spend an hour on it, I end up not liking it, and then I just go with the default character. So I mean, it's really cool that you can make so many really good-looking characters that look like they would be main character in another game.
めちゃめちゃ僕らとしては嬉しい限りです。
That's exactly what the team wanted to go for. It's great to hear that.
Yeah, and I know in order to kind of achieve that, right, there was a lot of different faces that were scanned into the game. Can you talk more about that?
そうですね。獣人の顔はスキャンしないんですけど、手作りのやつなんですけども、人間の顔は80人以上スキャンして、ベースのモデルとして、スキャンしてそれを元に、エディターに収録してます。
So for Beastrin, of course, we didn't have anyone that we could actually photo scan for Beastrin.
いないからね、Beastrin ね。
we don't have any Beastrins that we could photo scan that would have made things easier. But so the Beastrins are handmade. But for human faces, we scanned around 80 faces, and so that allowed the customizations.
Oh, you can read the. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this
all
up.
the different customizations that you can make for human faces.
Let me
The
swap my
difference between
monitor over.
The
I still
Beastrin
have
being pretty
7.
handcrafted, and then
Rebirth in the middle monitor.
Trying to make the humans look really realistic. So.
こんな人いないですもんね。
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, we went for photorealism. It looks kind of realistic. However, you don't find anyone that looks quite like this.
You don't see these people every day?
No.
こんな感じ電車乗ってないですよね。
本当。
To remind everybody, it's a fantasy game.
そうそう、歯をね、見てほしい。
I want to look at the teeth. This definitely looks better
Pawn
Beastrin
list.
because you can customize the teeth to in humans, but it looks a little bit too crude, maybe. I mean, I'm sure you've never seen a game where you can select which teeth to have and which teeth not to have.
And you can even change the color.
That's pretty wild. And frankly, I wouldn't expect anything less from Dragon's Dogma.
白いのから黄色いのまで。
We're getting to that point. We gotta start caring about teeth.
Oh, yeah, it's
黒いのもあるもんね。
Yeah, black teeth.
yeah, the level of
Official
detail is
pawns, the ones from the
本当にすごい細かいところ。
online personalities.
down to the
Name is a different color.
color of the claws.
これも
No rift crystal cost when hiring. Pawns up to level 10. Once hired equipment cannot be changed. They do not appear in certain features such as daily or overall rankings.
this
Limited
really
availability
is
period,
a product
some of them.
the labor and the passion of the.
Oh,
of
there's
the
nothing
team
announced about them. It just has the
working this.
list.
Yeah. Shout out
Oh,
to
or
the
they're not
developers.
done.
I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see what people create now that they'll have.
There's
their
no
hands on this
images
because,
for
I
them,
mean,
but some of
there's
them
just so many
have
possibilities
names
that
and
we can
roles.
do.
And that's
for
the
them.
thing. We expect people to take their time on this. There's
For a
so
few
much
of them.
customization that we hope that people really take their time on this, and that's why this is coming before the game's release.
David, how do you feel we're getting on Daisy here? I think the color is almost there. You got the hair. I mean, you have to take your own interpretation with the hair. It seems like.
At this point, I mean, I'm pretty
Well, they're
pretty
rushed.
confident with the pattern and everything, the calico pattern. Not sure how I feel about the body. Like Daisy's kind of a small cat, so maybe keep her kind of tiny,
The calico
meek.
pattern is pretty
I know we
common.
said
I have to
it's
imagine
kind
there's
of
a
mild-mannered cat,
more
but
efficient way of doing
we're
it.
taking a little bit more of
But they're
a
in a rush, so it's
intense
understandable.
interpretation here. So, David, are you just are you kind of just playing around with the tools, or do you have something in mind that you're trying to achieve here?
At this point, I'm just trying to make something that looks interesting with the tattoos.
Okay.
But I think I'm just about somewhere where I'm happy.
Is this Krista from the Nintendo? That's one of them is
Leave her without
Krista
without scars, I don't
from
know.
a show she did for Nintendo
Tons of options, but I don't know.
on
I'm kinda
Nintendo's
happy with
YouTube
the-
channel. She did a show
just
on
the
there.
tattoos as the markings.
It's like, why do I recognize her
Location.
from?
What do we think Daisy is? So she's a pretty shy, nimble.
That, Max,
person.
Lime,
Creating her as
a lot of
Yes.
Japanese and Korean creators as well.
location then. It's your vocation. So what's your vocation?
I am most likely going with the fighter, so maybe a mage would be helpful.
No, she's your artisan.
Oh, this is my reason. Oh, that's right.
You just a fighter.
Yeah, let's go fighter. Yeah.
All right, fighter it is.
There's a lot of voice options. We can test them all out.
So again, just a reminder, you can create both 5 characters for the artisan and 5 characters for a main pawn.
That's
5 hour
interesting.
play,
They're
what will be Joe's
they have
main
one creator here who already has a
size.
time limit between
Actually,
March
make the pawn with
22nd
even
and
more
April
voice
9th.
options, right, based on the temperament. So, looks like we're ready to.
Sorry, the date is not written in
We'll do 2 flower names.
as we read it.
Then you can carry this over into the full game, right?
March
You can create up to
22nd
5
to
artisans and 5 main pawns
September
for the
7th.
creator, and from those, you'll have to choose 1 artisan and 1 main
And I
pawn
got
that you
confused
will
because the
actually
year
use,
is first.
in the actual game.
ドラゴンドーマ2のロゴがついてるキャラが本編やった時にこう読み込まれて出てきますので。
So whatever character has that Dragon's Dogma 2 logo, in this case, there will be the character that will transfer to the main game when you start playing the game.
Got it. Yeah, that's good indicators so that you know exactly which one is set to be ready for the main game.
You'll have up to 5 options to try different things and go with the one you're most satisfied with.
So we've just made Daisy, and we do plan to release her as part of our official pawn program, which you may have seen within Capcom highlights that we are partnering up with a couple of Capcom creators and different friends to have their official pawns featured in the game.
I mean, the whole idea behind the official pawns is, again, anyone that's playing the game will have to create a pawn. For me, it's like, oh, I can use the pawn of this person I usually check out on YouTube or whatnot.
That's a really cool idea, dude.
But now that Daisy's
Oh, I'm
in
dumb.
there,
It's in the bottom left
would it
pre-recorded.
be okay if you guys made me as a pawn?
Yeah, let's make sure everyone uses Joe as a pawn.
I'm a little scared by that, but
Just go ahead and make
David,
Joe.
I'm trusting you to.
Oh, you should not trust me.
Okay, all right. And everyone's just seen a lot of the options that you have, so.
Yeah, and now everyone all around the world will be able to use Joe the pawn.
I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have made that suggestion. I'm a little worried David might, I don't know what he's going to create.
So word of advice from Itsuno-san, selecting the base face is quite critical if there's a specific look for which you're going, like in this case, for example, if you want the pawn to look like Joe, then the base face, the base head has to resemble Joe as much as possible. Otherwise, no matter how much we mess with the parameters, it will be hard to make it look alike. something we learned the hard way on practicing for this. So yeah, just if there's a specific look you're going for, and it's not working out, maybe try going back to the base set and changing the base set that you're choosing.
That would be
And then
cool
once you
just to do
click
that
on
in
the
like,
individual face, then it
not
gives
to the
more
official capacity, but
すると
そこからまたバラ
yes, I'll just like a base set, yeah. And the idea
you know,
for this
uploading
system as
them
well,
or having friends access ones you
distilling it
design.
3 times should give you
Or design codes.
roughly
That would all be
a
all you
look
need
that
is
you're
design
going
codes.
for. And from there, if you,
You know,
want
the
to customize more,
sliders.
you can spend as much time you want customizing.
lots of hairstyles here.
髪型が That really looks
Wait,
like Joe.
No, wait, hold on. Don't make it a reality, okay?
そこまで現実っぽくしなくてもいいから。
See, you want to have a mohawk, Joe?
Hold on, let me go just get a haircut. Come back.
Stick with that hairstyle for now.
Yeah, also, once you start the game, by fulfilling certain conditions, by doing certain actions, you will be able to keep modifying the look of your characters.
Some of them also have like
So
platforms
if,
mentioned. It'd be really
when you're
weird
going through the character
for any of them to not be on
someone
one of a
that,
platform.
There's a specific phase that you want to resemble the advice from Mitsuno-san and the development team. I know they went through this. Is put a picture of that person next to the character creator.
Like,
so that
I have to
you can
imagine they'll
compare.
be all on
Right now we're
all of them.
Kind of blind, but what the viewers should be saying is next to the character creator a photo of Joe, so that they can, at least people can tell how close are we getting to.
Otherwise, it's like a weird limitation.
Also, there's an option lighting.
ゲーム中のいろんなライティングの時にどう見えるかっていうのもこう
Let's
変え
see
られ
some of
る
the
ので
names.
That gives you a preview of how the character.
All right, well, most of them are
will look in different
Japanese,
settings
so.
within the game.
そうそうゲームで出てきたら全然
Yeah, most of the ones that are already done on this
list
list are from
So
Japanese
this should
creators.
reduce, the amount of people saying, well, sometimes you're creating a character, it has a specific
Japanese or
look, and
Korean
when you start the
creators.
game, it looks completely different. This should give you a good idea of how your character will look now when it's in game.
ありがとう
All this, including the lighting preview and all that, the dev team really put some effort into it.
Yeah, I think it really comes through in just the sheer amount of options and things that you can really create here. So just
これだけの選択肢とかいろんなオプションがあるっていうのも、まあ本当に開発大変だったんだろうなってちょっとだけ想像できます。
本当にこんだけ触るって言いながらね作ってましたよ。
Yeah, it was a constant process. Do you really think we need to allow this much customization?
Yeah, I really like
I
that.
think it's really going to pay off once the community gets their hands on it. And,
I really like the idea of incorporating community in that without outright putting the internet personalities as the people themselves and just having them create for it.
Creator, you cannot put glasses
That's
into
really
your character,
cool.
But once you start the game, you will be able to acquire glasses and put them on your character. So yeah, right now I guess we will have to do the analog method, and I don't know. Want to take your glasses off?
Get your actual eye color, because I don't think you have those eyes.
yeah, I have brown eyes, I guess.
Yeah. Brownish eyes.
意外と目の色で似る
I wonder if it's I mean, I don't know how the pawns worked in the first game either. I don't know. I imagine Rave will do something because Rave's probably going to stream the game more than I do.
You can change so many
I'm sure
options,
Rave's
so
gonna
there's, like,
have something
3
figured
different
out
types of eye color and...
for a party.
You think my eyes look like that?
You can be soulless sometimes. I feel.
Get the dark get the gauntlet party back together.
Style too. I think that looks pretty close to your eyes.
And if you wanted to, you could actually do each one separately too. Whoa.
Yeah.
Got some paperwork here to read.
Son is saying, the thing is, Joe's is a pretty good-looking guy. So.
No, you're too nice.
Yeah,
David, you have to make me worse.
もうちょっと本物っぽくブサイクにしておいてみると。
If that's the case.
まあそこまで言うなら。
I take it back. Oh man. Yeah, that's that's an average day.
平日そんぐらいかな。
平日こんな汚れてんの？
Today's an average day. 平時なんだけど。
Maybe I'm being too nice to
What kind of
Joe.
commute do you have?
Let's see.
I'm not that tall.
So,
So, yeah.
See, just everything.
Oh, no.
Everything down.
We're going into Street Fighter territory.
Chicken legs.
Okay, if that's as far as it goes, that's not that bad.
Of course, I can always just be nicer again.
Thank you. You're so generous.
これで簡単に元に戻せるので。
そうこのアンドゥリドゥの機能がね便利なんだけどデバッグが大変だったんですよ。
Yeah. So what do you feel this redo undo function is pretty useful, right? Because it's not saying it's really useful, but oh god, finding all the bugs and clearing these bugs was such a nightmare.
That's not bad.
The movement style. This one's pretty important, right?
That's pretty good.
そうですね。男前だと何やってもかっこいいな。
That's the
Ooh.
thing. If the character is good looking, no matter what you do, it's pretty cool. So
That's cool. That's cool. That's a cool idea.
Doing that gamer posture.
that just reminded me. Maybe I'm being recorded.
Yeah, we should sit up a little bit.
Oh, now that makes
Okay,
more
David, you
sense.
can straighten his back out a little bit, okay?
背中まっすぐでもいいんじゃない？
That's okay. Too much. Yeah. Just keep it.
You can lean back. You can lean back a little bit.
だいぶ
Getting close to the
だい
defaults.
ぶやからっぽくなりましたね。
It's like a pretty, I don't know, the kind of guy that you would be scared to find on the street, maybe. According to Isuna-san at least, and yeah, I agree.
I mean, if you want to get scary,
その方がもうちょっとさらに
Oh, man.
怖いやから。
just make Joe as intimidating as possible.
Oh, he's getting built like a Reploid.
Just the proportions are a little strange there.
ちょっと人間離れしてき
ちょ
たね。
っとバランスが崩れてきた。Yeah, I was driving away from natural look.
From realism.
All right, how you feeling overall? Are we
Damn, that
almost
one's
there?
pretty
I
good.
think I'm almost there. It's the chin. There we go.
Rothgar posture. Yeah,
印
really.
象変わるもんね、顎でね。
But yeah, the jaw, the chin.
That's part of
makes a
why it's
big
cool.
Difference in the impression that the face gives, doesn't it? やっぱり開発中は開発
Especially if you want, like, you know,
テストをやってたんです
Rothgar
い
without
やいや大
the
変
Rothgar
でしたよ
posture.
ずーっとこれ
Or you could just make it
触っても
Rothgar.
らってましたね。
I was asking, so the dev team was how was it for the dev team to test this? And it's like, yeah, there were people constantly on the character creator.
ここだけでうまいこと言ってたらいいんじゃなくて、ゲーム中でいろんなその表情をしたりとか演技したりとかなっても壊れないようにするのがすごい大変なんですよ。
And the biggest effort for the dev team went not
It's
just
a little bit
for the
uncanny.
character creator to work properly, for the characters to look properly here in the character.
Oh, yeah,
creator.
all these
Then once
details here,
creating
you can get
character
that a
here,
lot
making sure that
even
throughout
more
all the game
accurate. It's
events,
crazy.
all the expressions that they make in the game work correctly for all kind of creations here.
Shit.
That
Man.
did represent some work for the dev team.
I'm not gonna comment on this.
これは勉強しないわ。
見えないかわからないもんな。
Yeah, we can't tell. You have to comment on this. How do we ask you why?
Just leave it alone.
これだけほっといて本当に。
I'll put a shirt
Do
on.
we have like a Blanca-esque orange color?
ブランカみたいな色かな。
Density. Wow.
That'll be
この
nice.
メソドも変更できるんですよね。
そうですね。
Ooh, is there monk options? Does anyone know if Dragon's Dogma has monk options?
Oh,
Isn't Dragons so much impressive? Oh god, there we go.
Let me see. Let me see what the first game
お嬢さんの
did.
自己申告で何番の色がいいか言ってもらった方がいいんじゃ
So
ない
yeah,
の？
maybe we should leave it up to Joe. On a Joe, what color? David, wide open for self-declaration of Joe.
oh, man.
No, it didn't. Damn.
No teeth.
No teeth? No teeth?
Oh no, what's the color you think you have? Oh no.
じゃあこれもやった歯の数に発売までに合わせてもらいましょうか。
Oh yeah, we should also match this. Like you have until launch date. that was Itsuno-san, by the way. That was the game director suggesting that. So
Anything can change.
We can knock them out. We can do that right now.
That's up to them. So what color are your chief?
Just, I don't know. Just leave it at 7.
わからない。そっちで決めて。
Damn it, man.
Been chewing on some tar or something.
Yeah, it gets more gray then yellow.
We'll leave it at 7.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's after whitening.
So as you go, Thief-esque variation. The first game is probably gonna be the same
Do you
in
have
the
any
second.
tattoos, Joe? I don't even know.
Is that tied to daggers?
Again, it's a fantasy game.
Oh, kinda.
開発メンバーには日本人ばっかりじゃなくていろんな国の人がいるんで、いろんな国の人の好みを入れてます。
I can see by the handles on them.
The Dragon's Dogma 2 development team has people from all over the world, from different countries. So it's not only Japanese people. We asked all people members in the development team, like, what kind of stuff do you like? And
Do these ones have different animations? Like, are they
This is,
held differently?
Is that based off of?
Or are all the daggers held the
そう
same?
ですね。そういうゲームの世界観に合わせたやつが多いですね。
Yes, generally speaking, the tattoos are in a way that they match the environment in the game, the world. And also,
Strider
for the tattoos,
has
you can
access
either place
to
one by
bows,
one,
daggers,
or
and medium
if you feel
armor.
more comfortable with, we also have put some on the presets, so we definitely encourage people.
No
to
magic,
try
though.
presets too. Yeah, tattoo presets.
Yeah.
And those are already put in a way that I feel that they.
Did punch only
Yeah,
require
yeah,
a
it seems
specific
like you can
build?
Get really granular with it if you'd like, but if you're looking for something that's just like a little bit more pre-made, that just looks cool.
本当に細かく一致つけられるし、もう最初からちょっとかっこいい感じ
そうね。
Oh, wow.
Let me just see vocations in general.
こだわる人はとことんこだわれるし、
I mean, the Strider is using a kick in their portrait.
That was a big part of the concept of the character creator.
Oh, but there is no other. Oh, there's
People that want
assassin.
to put attention to detail to allow them to modify as many details as we could allow. And but for people that don't want to spend too much time on this, I guess I would be in that case where I
Control
want
F
to
kick.
spend a few minutes here, but in the end I want to end up with a cool looking
Engrave.
character without spending too much time.
Advanced form of
It was,
card that includes
team
kicks.
Really wanted to enable that too. That's the idea. We want.
Okay,
people to
so
hopefully spend as much time as
when
they
you use a
want
dagger, you
on
have
this
access to
until the
kicks as
game
well.
comes out.
All right,
Once the
I'll
game comes out,
probably consider that.
take advantage of their creations.
発売日はまあスッとここに時間取られずにスッとゲーム始められるよね。
That way, when the game, as soon as the game releases, people will be.
I like magic though.
To skip the time that
Like
they
having
spend
some
on the
magic.
character creator and just jump straight into it.
俺のこんなんだよってのを SNS に上げてもらって、で、それどうやったらそんな風にできんのみたいな。
And if there's a party, do you have control over anyone else in the party?
発売日までに。
He was talking about the
One
AI,
thing
so I don't
this
know.
also encourages people to do is get the character creator, get your cool or your best looking.
Or like issuing
characters,
commands. Like if there's someone
put them
else in the
on,
party that
post them on
can.
social media, so other people can say, "Hey, how
cast
did you get that
magic.
look? What kind of settings did you adjust to get that look?" And enjoy that communication with other people until the game comes out. Brag about it.
Yeah, with how dense the tools are, there's so many things you can do. I think we'll see a lot of cool things.
しかもこうフォトリアルが破綻してないとこが僕はいいなと思ってるんですよ。
And for Itsuno-san, he takes a lot of pride.
Tell them to
it
attack or
still
follow
looks
things like that,
photorealistic.
but listen
So
too
with all
robust.
these
Okay.
customization
Okay.
options, the end result does look photoreal.
It's
At least the
Are there
options
any,
looked more
characters
expansive
maybe
in
from the previous games
what
that
they were
you're
talking
hoping
about
people
in that one
create or that you
screenshot.
see in the community?
あのね、まあ僕のというかあなたの理想の人、まあ彼女とか理想の彼氏彼女像みたいなのを俺はこういうのが好みだっていうのをこう作ってもらってどんどん上げてもらえるとちょっと嬉しいかも。
Vin says it's one thing that would make me happy maybe
Pawns tend to hold
would
their own in combat.
be
Okay.
people creating your ideal significant other, your ideal boyfriend, girlfriend, be what it is.
That's what I ended up doing
This
in
is
Baldur's Gate with the
my
custom party,
ideal,
which
and then,
in the playthrough I continue,
start posting
I'm not
that on social
using
media.
all custom
You would
characters,
really enjoy seeing that.
but
So when you do that, please make sure you hashtag
Monk
official Gamescom accounts. We'll keep it.
it's
All
fun.
right, well, David, it looks like you're
Like having a
wrapping up,
monk, but I also like
creating,
having
me
a
as a
designated
pawn.
paladin-esque
So,
tank. And it's
Before we
also
wrap
cool
up,
to have some magic.
Shin-san, Ken, any closing remarks?
ぜひね、皆さんのお持ちのハードで、このキャラクターエリートの
But yeah, sure as hell hope I can run this game.
ダウンロードしてもらって、それぞれ
According to the specs, I can, but I doubt those specs are
どれ
for
使おうか発売日ギリギリまで迷っていただけると嬉しいと思います。
So we hope in whatever platform it is that you're playing, that you get the character creator and storage. We
Ray
created
tracing.
all 5 Arsons and all 5
RTX
and
shadows.
hesitate until the very last minute until the game releases, which is gonna be the ones that you're gonna be using. Yeah, hopefully you have a good time. Hopefully you get a creation that you're so proud of that you want to talk about on social media. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on it, and you can rest assured that the development team will be really enjoying it. And first and foremost, hopefully you and the people that are around you enjoy this.
Right. Well, thank you both for being here, for joining us. All the way from Japan, and David, thanks for guiding us through the character creator.
That was too nice.
We're super excited for the game, so we all can't wait to play it, and I'm really excited to just get in there and
Want to do magic and dagger stuff? There's
I guess
probably going to be a
I'll have to
vocation.
play as
Oh,
these two
right. Considering
characters,
one of the
right?
4
I'll
starting
have my pawn
vocations
as
was
me,
thief.
and
And it
Daisy
works
is
anyway,
my
like there were essentially 3 classes, 3 advanced classes, 3 cross classes, which took bits from the basic ones. All right. I think as long as I get my kicks in from those daggers, I'm
thank you,
good.
everybody. Thanks for watching.
That's the
Capcom
important
highlights,
part.
And
So I
be
can
sure you
work
tune
with
in
it
for
from
day
there.
2. That's happening on March 11th.
And it
See you
looked like
then.
there was a good handful of them. So that works for me. Okay. Now we're actually done. So yeah, all right. So thanks everyone for tuning in for that. In a few minutes, I'm gonna go live on YouTube and continue playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Talk about side content. We're gonna be playing side content. Everything pre Cosmo Canyon, and I am also going to talk about the game and thoughts on it. So. 1 vocation that can use skills and weapons from all classes. Nice. So I shouldn't be worried about it, basically. As long as those skills are in the game, presumably picking up from the first. So that's what's important. But yeah, I'm gonna go live in a few minutes on YouTube and play more 7 Rebirth and go through some side content on there. For Go to Bedcast, Rave, I think Rave's going to be live later tonight. And let's see. Rave will be live, and tomorrow we'll be live with Helldivers too. And that's the plan there, so. Yep, alright, thanks everyone for tuning in, and until next time, go to bed.